when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Hauled in over the middle by Reagor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing, Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
Now Jones. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Jones. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to look deep for more. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore. 76 yards. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away from way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They go play action with Hurts. He'll fire it deep for Reagor. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. From the 27, Jones. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the side. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he'll let this go deep for Lazard. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend. Jeremy Chinn there defensively. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Watkins. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So that time, they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally, he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And Goddard's got him. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. A loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll run with Sanders. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Once again with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15.
On play action, they'll throw.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now a carry for Sanders.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. With the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Oh, deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. the play fake. He'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get that for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, and the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Stevenson gets it again on second down.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Stevenson.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Stevenson.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Ramondre Stevenson.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions.
Odell Beckham Jr. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown Panthers. Odell Beckham with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do? Put up signs that say, roads closed.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Check 13. Check 13. Back to 60. Back to 60.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Here we go. Sack from 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Check me out. Check me out. Sponge. 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 No. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike 20. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw.
Check 1.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Keon Crossett. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. to throw. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They're connecting quickly with Goddard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. But first down, Hurts. He'll get this right back to Rager. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his second drop, indeed, not a good look. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them short.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Give this sack to Fletcher Cox. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check right 21, check right 21. Watch the run.
On the handoff, Stevenson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. Set him back 5.